What's up everyone, welcome back to my studio. My name is Michael Taylor and thank you for joining me for another video. Today I want to talk about Bitcoin and I want to talk about what Bitcoin is trying to accomplish. Now, if you understand what money is, then money is at its core an exchange of value. And the best money we could possibly imagine is something that has no value. Because anytime you exchange, you simply want to exchange the product or the service. You don't want to have to pay for exchanging. And so that's kind of what Bitcoin is trying to do. It's trying to make the exchange of value as inexpensive as electricity. That's kind of the whole point. And the reason that is occurring is because Bitcoin uses mining in order to verify transactions and in order to generate more Bitcoin. So if you're unfamiliar with mining, it is effectively a process that any computer is capable of. So it's basically just trying to solve an algorithm in order to verify transactions. And if your computer is the first computer to verify a transaction, then it is rewarded with Bitcoin. So that's kind of like striking gold, right? It's effectively the same thing. But it's very difficult to do for standard desktop computers because you have to not only verify the new transactions, but you have to verify all of the other transactions. So back in 2009, Bitcoin was generated and the Genesis block was created, the block number 1. And so after block 1 was filled up, they moved on to block 2. And these blocks continue to grow, and this is what's called the blockchain. So each block is just a list of transactions, and the blockchain is the collection of all those blocks. Well, like I said, in 2009 there was only one block. Well, we are in 2018, and the blockchain, this ledger, is incredibly long. So computers have to process all of this information and solve this new algorithm. This makes for a very difficult process and is why you can't use your desktop computer to mine Bitcoin anymore. You can, however, use your desktop computer to mine other cryptocurrencies. So I'll explain that in a later video. But basically Bitcoin has gotten to the point where it's so large and it's so hard to mine that you need specific hardware. And in some cases you need massive warehouses in order to house that hardware. So that's what companies, governments, and conglomerates of people are doing all over the world. They're starting to build up these massive warehouses of mining rigs so that they can process transactions on the Bitcoin chain. So the reason this is very secure is because this is a network of people, right? These are people all over the world. They're not necessarily working together. They all kind of have their own incentives in mind. And the reason that it's secure is because they are incentivized to be trustful or to not try to cheat the system. Because if you try to cheat the system, say you want to issue a double spend or some kind of attack on the blockchain, what winds up happening is that the rest of the world agrees on what the proper blockchain is, and if you're trying to put in your false blockchain, the rest of the world isn't going to agree with you, which means that they will continue on with the proper blockchain, and you will try your best to infiltrate that with your fake blockchain, and you will never generate any rewards. You'll never generate more Bitcoin. And so basically it allows everyone that's using this system to trust that all of these miners are acting as they should. And because if you're trying to cheat the system, then you wind up spending all of this electricity and all of this energy and all of this money doing something that no one else is going to agree with, and you wind up wasting all of that money. So that's why you're incentivized to try to verify the transactions correctly and secure the chain. It also is trying to allow people all over the world the opportunity to be their own bank. So there are millions, if not billions, of people out there that don't have access to a bank. They don't have a way of storing their money. They don't have a way of interacting or verify or making transactions online because they just simply don't have a bank account. Now, living in America, we feel like that's just a standard thing. That, yeah, everyone has a bank account. That's so normal. But honestly, there's a lot of people out there that don't have access to this. So Bitcoin is also allowing them to be their own bank. And all you effectively need is a cell phone, And so we can start to, help these other third world countries by just simply giving them a cell phone. And now they have this massive financial infrastructure on their cell phone. So they can operate their entire community, using Bitcoin. As long as they have access to the network. And Bitcoin is going to get to the point where it's going to be so easy to transact money that you can literally do it in any form of media that transacts information. So that's what Bitcoin is. It's information that's being sent from one person to another. And what that means is you can use things like text messaging, email, snail mail. You could write someone a letter. You could put a picture of it in a video, or you could send a picture. Basically, any way of conveying information, you can also convey Bitcoin, and you can send money through that information. So I have this, for example. This is a 3D printed little coin. It is a Bitcoin, and this QR code is a link to my wallet address. So if you were so inclined, you could literally take a picture of this right now, snapshot it, scan the QR code, find the wallet address, and then send me money. And people all over the world are going to have access to this technology. It's incredibly exciting. So yeah, that's just one form of it, but there's, like I said, thousands of ways to convey your wallet address to people. And once they have your wallet address, they can send you money and you can start this whole transaction process. So that's pretty much Bitcoin in a nutshell. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.